Hello my sweet kindred spirits, and welcome back to almost the last video of the Katie's World series. Now what I've decided to do was I'm going to go ahead and do our button craft today. I know on the calendar it talks about having a tea, but I received so much sweet happy mail. Look at all these fun things. I just love these. I love this napkin, and I love these quotes here that are on like Anna Green Gables book pages, and it has Megan Follows, and I cannot remember the actress's name, but it shows, and it has a quote on there, but it has a little picture from the 1985 film. And so I definitely want to I want to add some of these goodies into my journal. And look at all this yummy, and I got little letters in here that I thought would be really sweet. So I also have some other things going on that need my attention right now in my other world of non-Katie's world. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and make up the button craft, and then or what I'm going to be using my buttons for. You can do whatever you want with your buttons. They are from your kindred spirits, but what I'm going to do is I want to add a bunch of other little things inside my journal, and then what we'll do is I will, and you can join me for a little tea. I want to really make it really special and set it all up really pretty. And so yes, so now I am going to show on, even though I've got the strangest message on Instagram, but I'm not going to touch on that right now. But I do want to show, I did make some pumpkin cookies, which, oh my gosh, they are so yummy. They're like my favorite cookie, and I made them really super early this year. Usually I don't make them until we get like at least into August, but I know we're days away from August. So anyway, I'm going to do all that, and we'll do a flip through with our tea. But I did want to come on and do a quick little video of what I'm going to do with my buttons. So I want to make like a little, I went back and forth. I'm making a charm, or actually what I'm going to do is do a little bookmark. So you know how I like to do the little, if you've watched me for a while, I do these little bookmarks that come out the bottom, and I thought it would add a little bit of charm coming out here. So let's get started. And it layers up the pretty buttons that I received from all my special kindred spirits. So I'm going to use this braiding cotton cord. I picked it up from Hobby Lobby, and so I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. You can always trim it off if you want it to be shorter, like so. And it's going to run, I have a sample up here actually. Let me show you guys. And I've made this, like I said, I've made these before on my site, and I love them. But this one has the key at the end, and then you just put it in your book like this. In fact, I'm going to take this and add it to my current journal. And then it just it adds a little bit of charm, and it can actually bookmark a page for you. So there is also a usefulness to this beauty, fun little whimsical thing you can add to your journal. So it's basically one of the most simplest things to do. You're going to create a stopper at the end. And so I received these cutest little bunny and isn't that bunny cute? Bunny, and where's the other one? Chicken. There's a little chicken in here. And I received a little cupcake, even though I could also say this is a hot air balloon. So, and then I'm going to just use like a little bitty, teeny tiny button on the end, and kind of create a stopper. Actually, no, back up. Back up. Okay, so you could go about it two ways. I'm going to go ahead, and you could create a stopper at the end and then add your charms through this way and then finish this way, or you could go through one end, which is what I'm going to do, and layer up your buttons that way. So I'm going to have the bunny on top of the buttons. That's what I'm going to do. Sorry, I had to think about this for a second. And so I'm just going to take some of my pretty little buttons and just layer them up. And the thing is you can also add like this big ginormous heart as part of your, I hope I made my string long enough for adding that big ginormous heart. But I just love these ginormous, I love saying that word today, huh? These large buttons. So here's, I think, it was so, oh, I keep wanting to add pink. Pink is my color. I keep drawing towards it. It was so fun getting these little Happy Meals from everyone. Oh my gosh, it's just, I love getting little things that I can add to my journals. But I do want to add those pages in and do a proper send-off for our fun little camp. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a teeny, oh, actually there's a bead in here I see, which would be better to end this off with. Let's see if the bead fits, and it doesn't. So let's find a teeny tiny little button, because I want to make a knot. Let's see if I can find one that will fit. There we go. And then I'm going to make a knot at the end, and I hope that this knot will be large enough that it won't go through that buttonhole. Let's try it. Let's give it a whirl. Give it a little tug, and then you have one end of your bookmark. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Why didn't I think about adding buttons before? I guess, did I add buttons on this other one? No, I just always have done beads, and buttons are so fun. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side, and I want to go ahead and add another little character of these little beads I got. I love this little owl, so I'm going to add it to this other side. And I'm going to get whimsical here and add some real funky junky buttons on this side. This big ginormous yellow button. You know what, I'm going to go ahead. Sorry, let me set out what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to go with these larger funky junky buttons. And then I'm going to have to finish off with like a little bitty button of some sort to create that knot. And I even got these pretty little ones that have the clock on them. Oh my goodness. I'm going to use that. This was such a great idea too, to add the little twine. There were so many ideas, you guys. Y'all are so creative. Y'all inspire me so much. Okay. So I'm going to layer up these little buttons here first. And you don't have to do it like I am, where it's a tiered small to large. I think that's just how my brain is working today. Like, I'm going to go ahead and do this pink one. And I'm going to add this clock. Whoops. Possibly. And then end off with these fun little... That is one heavy button. That may make this super heavy on the end. Let me see. Let's see if it's going to be too big. Nope. Okay. So let's find a little bitty button to end this with. And that way you have all your friends, but all your kindred spirits buttons that you received. tie a knot, give it a little tug, make sure it's going to work. Okay, now, fingers crossed, let's add it to our journals. I just lost something. Was it one of my buttons? Let me double check. Something I just knocked off. And so say for instance if you're working in a particular space and you want to like come back to it, you can create your little bookmark in that way. And also what I'm going to do is kind of take this. Say I want to come back and finish this, like I still want to add that picture that I found online. And we could make these a lot. I thought I was going to not have enough room. Let's go all the way over here. Whoops. Not that far. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I notice that it really hangs. Whoops. So I'm going to go here, show you what I'm doing. Is move these up a tad. I don't want them to be so tight that they don't dangle, but I don't want them to dangle beyond what they need to do, if that makes sense. So I'm going to bring this up a little bit. And that's the joy of these too, you guys. I haven't included them in a kit in a while, but I like to make them fairly large, and then that way you can resize as you need to. So I'm just going to make another knot. Let's see where that brings this one. That's a lot better. So I'm going to bring this little one up just a tad bit as well. I'm going to tie a knot above the original. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. And that way it's not, and you can bring it over. I know we're taking away the bookmark, but we can bring it over to the end here if we need to. And that way they poke out the bottom. And these little, they're little glass characters, you guys. I'm in love with them. I love these beads. And then what you can do is just trim off. Make sure that that knot is tight. And trim off. Ta-da! And ta-da! And there you have it. You are charmed beyond charmed. Anne would be proud. Alright, you guys, this was so much fun. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing the class. These videos will be up forever as long as YouTube and nothing happens with my YouTube account. So you can always reference it and create more fun stuff for future journals. Put this on your shelf. Take it down. Look at it frequently. Add to it frequently. If you have, if you find something that just you want to add to it, add it. Take things away if you want to. But have this be just a piece of inspiration and makes you feel good inside when you pull it down and look at it. So thank you guys so much for being here. And like I said, I'll be setting up a fun little tea and I'll be doing a final flip through. It may be in a week or so, but it will happen. I have so many fun goodies to add to my journal. Ooh, they're so fun. Thank you so much, you guys. I love you. You guys have a super sparkly day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.